gentlemen, welcome back to Football Insights, where we talk about football related issues concerning transfers, player profile, and other football matters. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you click on the subscribe button. Make sure you press the post notification bell so that anytime we upload, you will be the first person to receive it. Make sure you follow us on all our social media platforms. On IG, it is football_insights on IG. On X, it is football or footy_insights on X. And then on TikTok, massive content going on there. Check us out on TikTok, footy_insight1 on TikTok. Make sure you follow us there. All the links are in the description. I'll put all the links there. You click on the link and then you follow us. Make sure you like this video. Share it to your friends. Tell your friends to also tell their friends that there is a massive content, football content going on here, so that we build a solid family and all of that. So, of course, this is your Ballon d'Or video. Ballon d'Or list has come out. Of course, the Ballon d'Or will be revealed, or the Ballon d'Or will be given to the expected winner on October next month. That is next month, October. So, of course, it is only right that the nomination comes so that the voting starts. Because mind you, the nominations is out now, and then voting has started. We have voting for the fans, and then voting for journalists, club captains, club team coaches, national team coaches. So, of course, they are going to start voting. And then, mind you, Ballon d'Or is all about voting. So it is not, they are not going to, it is not like FIFA. In FIFA awards, we have a quota for voting, and then we have a quota for, the FIFA technical board. So 25% is for the FIFA technical board, 25% is for coaches and players, 25% is for captains, and then another 25% is for the fans. But on Ballon d'Or, it is solely voting. Players, coaches, fans, and all of that. There is no technical board sitting down to give the award to the desirable player. So we have 30-man list. Of course, I'm very, very disappointed in some of the names there, and then some of the names omitted, because there are certain names that should be, included in this 30-man list. And then, mind you, let me say this: it is 30 players. The nominations or the nominees are 30. Of course, the players, or last season, the football that we watched, players that performed are more than 30. So it is no normal that there are certain players that will not come. Your favorite players will not come. Some of them might come, some of them will not come. So of course, every year there's controversies in the Ballon d'Or 30-man list. But this particular one, I'm very, very, very disappointed, because there are certain names here that didn't make to the list, that I feel maybe there's an agenda, one, or maybe it is an oversight, or they decided that, of course, Ballon d'Or. Ballon d'Or, they move with money. It is an autonomous magazine. It is done by French football magazine. So of course they will need sponsorships and all of that. So if they are doing the award, it should be all rounded, so that sponsorship might come. And a typical example is the 2019 Ballon d'Or that was supposed to give to Robert Lewandowski. But what did the Ballon d'Or people, or what did the French football magazine said? They said that it is COVID, so therefore they will not organize the award. But yes, of course, there was COVID, but we played our league, we played the Champions League. Bayern Munich won the Champions League and all of that. So because Lewandowski is not that player, Lewandowski doesn't have that kind of social currency like Messi, like Ronaldo, like Neymar. So of course, Ballon d'Or didn't do the award, and then it was supposed to be given to Robert Lewandowski. Robert Lewandowski didn't have the award because Ballon d'Or said it was COVID. But I know that because of scholarships, and that is why they didn't do it. Let's take it this way: if Messi performed really, 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 or Ronaldo really, really performed in that particular year, do you think Ballon d'Or was not going to organize the award? Or Ballon d'Or will say that he will not do the award because of COVID? They dare not. They will do it because Messi will pull the numbers. Messi will pull the sponsorships. Lewandowski will not pull the sponsorships. Ronaldo will pull the sponsorships. So of course, the Ballon d'Or list nominee. Let's move to the nominee. So let's check out the nominee list. Number one is Andre Onana. We have Andre Onana, Josko Vadio, Karim Benzema, Jamal Musiala, Mohamed Salah. So this is the first five. You know, there are certain players here that I think they should be included in, and there are certain players that I think if the players I have here are not in this particular list, I don't think these players that I'm coming to mention their names should be here. Number one is Josko Vadio. Of course, Josko Vadio performed in the World Cup. And then mind you, he is here because of the World Cup performance. He is not here because he performed in RB Leipzig, because last season Josko Vadio had series of injuries. And that is why Nkunku is not in the list, because Nkunku had series of injuries, even though he won the top scorer in the Bundesliga with 16, 15 goals. But of course, he is not here because he had series of injuries, and he didn't perform in the World Cup because he was injured by Eduardo Camavinga. Camavinga, that boy. So of course, Josko Vadio is here. I think Josko Vadio is not supposed to be here. If Josko Vadio is here, then it means that John Stones should be here. And then John Stones is one of the names that is omitted. John Stones' name didn't come. John Stones is out of the nominee list. We look at the ball, the performance of John Stones, both in the World Cup, even though England reached the quarterfinal of the World Cup, but John Stones really performed well in the World Cup. And then, of course, Man City will not talk much about Man City, because at some point, John Stones was playing as a midfielder and not even as a defender. John Stones. So John Stones really performed. He was a key player. When you talk about John Stones, Rodrigo Cascante, of course, Rodrigo is in the list. We'll come to that. But John Stones being omitted here, John Stones not being in the Ballon d'Or list, I am so disappointed in the Ballon d'Or people or the French football magazine for the fact that Josko Vadio is here and then John Stones is not here. Very, very, very disappointed. Man, very disappointed. Of course, there are certain Man City players, a lot of Man City players made it to the list, but John Stones being omitted in the list, very, very, very disappointed. So, of course, the players here deserve it. Karim Benzema, Jamal Musiala, they all performed really well. Mohamed Salah performed really well. Andre Onana, top performance by Inter Milan or with Inter Milan. So, of course, let's move on to another list. We have Jude Bellingham, Bukayo Saka, Randall Colomwani, Kevin De Bruyne, and then Bernardo Silva. And then the only problem I have here, of course, when you know me, you watch me, when you are close to me, you know that I really like Randall Colomwani, because I feel he is one player that, even though he is a striker, but he can play across board. That is Randall Colomwani, the pace, the power, energy. Randall Colomwani has it. You know me. I have a connection with Randall Colomwani. I love that guy so much. Randall Colomwani and Marcus Thuram. I love the guy so much. But if Randall Colomwani is here, then Frankie de Jong deserves to be here. But Frankie de Jong is not here. Why? Marondo. Frankie de Jong performed really, really, really well. Last season, I am not a Barcelona fan, even though I watch football. But Frankie de Jong, even in the World Cup, of course, they reached the quarterfinal of the World Cup. But when you watch the World Cup, one of the top performances for Netherlands, the Orange, is for Frankie de Jong and then Cody Gakpo. And then to some extent, Denzel Dumfries, even though Denzel Dumfries is not even in the Ballon d'Or list, But I don't think he's much to be deliberate about, because I feel even though he performed really well, but he is not the players that I think should make up to the list. But Frankie de Jong, Randall Colomwani is here, and then Frankie de Jong is not here. Marcus Rashford is not here. Bro, Randall Colomwani is a top player. He performed really well in Eintracht Frankfurt last season, and then to some extent, because the reason why Randall Colomwani is here is because of the World Cup final performance that he put out. Of course, Dembele didn't play anything. Dembele, I'm very, very disappointed in Dembele, because the caliber of player Dembele should be be able to perform at the World Cup final. but he flopped in the World Cup final. And then Brandon Kolomoni and Marcus Thuram was introduced in the World Cup final. They put up a solid performance, a 10 over 10 performance. But, of course, that is why they nominated him. Of course, he performed. He scored about 21 goals and then some assists in Eintracht Frankfurt in all competition. But if Brandon Kolomoni is here, Marcus Rashford should be here. Frankie de Jong should be here. So, of course, Bernardo Silva, he deserves it. Bukayo Saka, top player. Jude Bellingham, top player. We'll come to Jude Bellingham. He deserves it. So let's move to another list. Emiliano Martinez, Krejci Kvaratskhelia, Ruben Dias, Nicolo Barella, and then Erling Haaland. Of course, they all deserve it. I don't have anything to say about this particular list. Let's move on. Yassine Bono, Martin Odegaard, Julian Alvarez, 𝐎𝐅𝐅𝐈𝐂𝐻𝐃, and then Vinicius Junior. Yassine Bono performed really well. World Cup semi-final with Morocco, Europa League with Sevilla, Super Cup final with Sevilla. So Yassine Bono deserved the award, even though I think he deserved the Yassine Trophy, but I don't think he's going to win it. But he deserves it. He deserves it. It is going to be a fight between Ederson and Yassine Bono for the Yassine Trophy. So even though his name is even Yassine Bono, and then the trophy is Yassine Trophy. So yeah, Yassine Bono and then Yassine Trophy. There's some connection in there, but of course, Martin Odegaard, solid player. Julian Alvarez, solid player. I think he should be the Ballon d'Or top 5. He should be in there, top 5. Julian Alvarez, 𝐎𝐅𝐅𝐈𝐂𝐻𝐃, solid player. Of course, Vinicius Junior also performed really, really, really well. So then another list is Leo Messi, Rodri, Lautaro Martinez, Antoine Griezmann, and then Robert Lewandowski. Everybody deserves it here, Rob. Even though I think Rodri was robbed in the UEFA awards, but Rodri being here is good. Rodri is a top player. Messi, one of the solid contenders. He might win it, but we will come to that. So Lautaro Martinez, of course, top player. Antoine Griezmann, top player. Robert Lewandowski, the goal king for Pichichi Award for Barcelona. So, of course, let's move on to the final. Let's Kylian Mbappe, Kim Min-jae. And then I have something to say about Kim Min-jae. Kim Min-jae, Victor Osimhen, and then Luka Modric. Hurricane. If Kim Min-jae is here, then, of course, Rafael Leao is not here. Enzo Fernandez is not here. Who again? Toni Kroos is not here. Marc-Andre ter Stegen is not here. Rodrigo is not also here. Rodrigo Goes. Bro, very, very disappointed that Enzo Fernandez couldn't make up to the list. Enzo Fernandez, bro. The World Cup best young player of the year. That particular year in the World Cup. Performed really well. When you ask Messi was interviewed that where does he think that was the turning point for Argentina to qualify? And then he said Enzo Fernandez made them qualify from the group because that goal he scored against Mexico, that top goal, qualified Argentina from the group stage. Of course, it was tough for Argentina for the group stage, for them to qualify for the group stage, but because of the Enzo Fernandez goal, Enzo Fernandez performed really, really well. And then Enzo Fernandez is 23 years. On any day, he shouldn't be, given the best young player of the year because he is 23 years. But the performance of Enzo Fernandez made FIFA chose Enzo Fernandez as the best young player of that particular World Cup, even though the age is way higher, like 2 years older than the players that they are looking for. But Enzo Fernandez omitted from the Ballon d'Or list. Very, 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 very disappointed. Bro, very disappointed, man. Frankie de Jong, of course. Jack Grealish is also not in here. Jack Grealish, Manchester City pursued for the treble. Jack Grealish was very instrumental. Jack Grealish performed really, really well. But Jack Grealish is not here. Nowhere to be found. Of course, Rodrigo is not here. So the names that are omitted, of course, Cristiano Ronaldo is also not here. But I don't think, even though he's still Ronaldo, but last year, the issues with Manchester United, moving from Manchester United to Saudi Arabia, of course, it slowed Ronaldo down last season. But I think he's not here. But I think it is always right. Even though last season Messi was not in the top 5 or in the top 30 list. So if Ronaldo didn't perform, I don't think by force they should add Ronaldo. So this is the list that the Ballon d'Or nominee list, and then the players that I think should make up to the list: Rashford, Stones, Enzo, Rafael Leao. Rafael Leao performed really well AC Milan, but he's not here. Very, very disappointed. Rafael Leao, Jack Grealish, Frankie de Jong, Toni Kroos, Marc-Andre ter Stegen, and then Rodrigo Goes. These are the players that couldn't make up to the list. Very disappointed in the Ballon d'Or list. But I think the Ballon d'Or, the competition is going to be between Erling Haaland and then Leo Messi. It's going to be between them because, of course, then Leo Messi stand in a pole position to win the Ballon d'Or because of the World Cup, the performance he gave in the World Cup. But I think from now to let's say where the Ballon d'Or will be given, I think if Erling Haaland is able to perform at the topmost level, hat trick upon hat trick, I think that something might change. But for now, Messi is the leading candidate, and then I will be real with you, even though it shouldn't be so. Erling Haaland, if let's take it this way, Messi won a treble for Barcelona, or let's say PSG. Do you think we'll be having this conversation? Messi wins it hands down, but it's because it is Erling Haaland. He doesn't have that when in terms of social currency, he doesn't come close to Messi. So of course, the journalist that is going to vote, of course, a lot of them are going to vote for Messi. But let's see what happens. I think Kylian Mbappe also, the top three. I think Kylian Mbappe might, be in the top three. It is going to be a competition between Kylian Mbappe and let's say Vinicius Junior. But let's see what happens. So this is, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Ballon d'Or list. I think I am very disappointed in the Ballon d'Or, considering some of the names that are not here. Very, very disappointed. So ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the end of the video. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you click on the subscribe button. Press the post notification bell so that anytime we upload, you will be the first person to receive it. Follow us on all our social media platforms. You will see the graphics here. The graphics are there on IG, on TikTok, and then on X. So thank you so much for your time.